Have you ever stopped to wonder why so many men struggle to live far beyond the age of 70? It's a serious and often overlooked question that deserves real attention. While women tend to outlive men by several years, the reasons go beyond biology. A major part of the answer lies in lifestyle choices, habits, and long-term patterns that men carry with them through life. In this discussion, we'll uncover 5 key reasons why many men find it difficult to live long past 70. These are uncomfortable truths that people rarely talk about, yet they clearly explain why aging men face such serious health risks. By understanding these factors, you or the men you care about can take meaningful steps to protect health and possibly add years of vitality. One of the biggest reasons is heart disease, often called the hidden enemy. As men age, the effects of unhealthy habits from earlier years begin to surface. Poor eating patterns, lack of regular physical activity, smoking, and constant stress slowly wear down the heart over time. A man in his 40s or 50s might feel perfectly healthy, but by his 70s, the decades of silent strain begin to show. Many men underestimate the danger because they equate feeling strong on the outside with being healthy on the inside. However, arteries can quietly narrow, and the heart can weaken without any clear warning signs. This false sense of security often delays important medical checkups that could have caught problems early. Take Frank, for example. At 78, he believed his years of physical strength meant his heart was fine, but beneath the surface, the damage had been building for decades. Construction work had kept him strong for decades, and he believed that toughness would protect him from serious health problems. He ignored his chest pain for months, thinking it was nothing, until one day he collapsed while mowing his lawn. Doctors later found that his arteries had been clogged for years. He survived the scare, but his recovery was long and difficult. Frank later admitted that if he had gone for regular checkups, he could have avoided so much suffering. Heart disease isn't only about genetics. It's also shaped by daily choices. Carrying extra weight, eating processed foods, skipping exercise, and living under constant stress all increase the risks. After 70, the body doesn't recover as easily as it once did, but there is hope. Even small steps, like daily brisk walks, balanced meals, and regular health screenings, can greatly improve the chances of living a longer and healthier life. Another major, but often overlooked issue for men past 70 is mental health. Many men were raised to hide their emotions, keep pushing through pain, and never show vulnerability. While that mindset may seem like strength earlier in life, it becomes a heavy weight with age. Depression, anxiety, and loneliness are far more common among older men than most people realize, and they have a direct impact on physical health too. When men begin withdrawing from family, spending long hours alone, or losing interest in hobbies, these aren't just signs of getting older. They're warning signals of declining emotional well-being. George, a 75-year-old widower, slowly stopped meeting friends after his wife passed away. His family assumed he was simply slowing down with age, but in reality, he was battling deep loneliness and silent depression. Only when his daughter gently encouraged him to join a men's support group did George's mood and overall health begin to improve. The truth is, isolation can be just as harmful as smoking or obesity, yet many men endure it silently, convinced that opening up is a sign of weakness. This quiet suffering slowly erodes both mental and physical health. The key to breaking this cycle is connection. Talking openly with family, confiding in a trusted friend, seeking counseling, staying socially active, volunteering, or finding meaningful hobbies can reignite a sense of purpose and joy. A healthy mind nurtures a healthy body, making emotional well-being one of the most powerful foundations for longevity. Another major challenge men face in their 70s is the long-term impact of poor habits. By this stage of life, the effects of decades of unhealthy choices often begin to surface all at once. Years of smoking, heavy drinking, poor eating patterns, and lack of exercise may have felt manageable in midlife, but over time they build a fragile base that the body can no longer sustain. Habits have incredible power, both good and bad. A man who has smoked since his 20s might believe it's too late to quit now, and someone who's lived on rich, heavy meals for decades may think changing won't make a difference. That mindset is dangerous. Even small, late-life changes can bring significant improvements in health and extend life expectancy. Samuel, at 73, had spent most of his life eating fried foods and drinking sodas. For years he felt fine, but after turning 70 his blood pressure spiked, his energy faded, and his joints began to ache. When his doctor warned him that his future was at serious risk, Samuel finally started making changes: lighter meals, daily walks, and regular checkups. The results were remarkable. His health steadily improved, proving that it's never too late to take control and turn things around. It's never too late to make changes. Every decision leaves a lasting impact on the body, and ignoring unhealthy habits only speeds up the onset of disease. The good news is that even small, consistent adjustments, like daily walking, light stretching, or replacing processed foods with healthier meals, can make a powerful difference in helping men live longer, stronger lives. Another major factor that limits longevity is the tendency to avoid medical care. Many men don't make it far beyond 70 because they skip regular doctor visits. Culturally, men are often raised to tough it out, ignore pain, and act as if nothing is wrong. Unfortunately, this mindset allows silent killers like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cancer to grow unnoticed until it's too late. Richard, at age 79, ignored persistent stomach pain for an entire year. Afraid of what the diagnosis might be, he convinced himself it was just indigestion. By the time he finally saw a doctor, the cancer had already spread too far for treatment. His story is a painful reminder of the cost of waiting too long. The belief of "I'm fine" is one of the most dangerous lies men tell themselves. Routine checkups, screenings, and blood work aren't signs of weakness. They're tools for survival. Men who prioritize regular medical care give themselves the best chance to catch problems early, extend their lives, and continue being there for the people they love. The final factor that often determines how well men thrive after 70 is purpose and social connection. Retirement, fewer daily responsibilities, or the loss of friends can leave many men feeling adrift. Without meaningful activities or a sense of belonging, life can slowly lose its spark, and that emptiness can have a real impact on health and longevity. Leonard, a 74-year-old retiree, loved his first year of freedom. But over time, the excitement faded, his routine disappeared, and a quiet sense of aimlessness began to settle in. Leonard soon felt like a shadow of his former self. Without the structure of work or the daily interactions with colleagues, his health and spirit began to decline. It wasn't until he joined a local community garden that he rediscovered a sense of purpose and renewed energy. This highlights a powerful truth. Survival is not just about keeping the body alive. It's about keeping the spirit engaged. When men lose interest in life, the decline accelerates. But those who nurture hobbies, stay connected with family, and find meaningful ways to contribute to their communities not only live longer, but also live more fulfilling lives. These 5 core truths: heart disease, neglected mental health, years of poor habits, skipped medical care, and loss of purpose, reveal why so many men struggle to live beyond the age of 70. But none of these challenges are set in stone. They're shaped by awareness and daily choices. Longevity isn't simply a matter of luck or genetics. It's about recognizing the patterns that either build resilience or break it down over time. Every man has the power to influence his future by making thoughtful changes, whether through regular exercise, open conversations, consistent medical checkups, or discovering new sources of purpose later in life. If you're hearing this, let it serve as more than just information. Let it be a call to action. Even the smallest positive steps today can add meaningful years to your life tomorrow. Thank you for spending this time with me. Share in the comments what resonated with you most and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your insights inspire others. If this message was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can continue bringing you meaningful content that uplifts and informs. See you in the next video.